Welcome. This is Elaine Starling, the Abundance Ambassador and the host of the Abundance Journey podcast and video show. I'm so glad you could join me today because you know what we're going to do? We are going to hire the heavens. That's right. I'm going to tell you all about hiring the heavens. And if you haven't read this book by Jean Slatter, I highly recommend that you get a copy. It's called Hiring the Heavens. And Jean came up with this ingenious process that she does, where she speaks out loud to the angels and she lets them know what she's working on and she invites them to play with her. She actually hires the skills that she needs from the angels. So say your plumbing is acting up. Maybe you've got a leak under your sink. Well, you can hire the heavens and ask for help from a celestial plumber. And as you start researching, you'll discover somebody who has a brother who's a great plumber and they can come over right away and do it and take care of it for you. How cool is that? She has all these incredible stories in her book of people who had extreme situations happen. One woman was doing some gardening, and when she came in, her daughter pointed out that the pearl on her ring was missing. Oh, out in the garden. She covered a ton of space. She had no idea. She figured, man, that sucker's gone, and decided, you know what? I'm going to hire an angelic jewelry detective. Yeah, an angelic jewelry detective who's going to find my pearl and bring it to me. I'm not going to it. It's coming to me. Well, just a few minutes later, her dog came inside and was messing around with something, and she got the dog to spit out what he was playing with. It was her pearl, her missing pearl. Yeah. I mean, these weird things happen all the time. And my favorite thing is to talk to somebody about hiring the heavens, somebody who's skeptical, who's like, oh yeah, right. I'm so sure. Like, I'm going to talk out loud to angels. I don't think so. Well, I get them to do it. Just play with me, just have fun with this, because my experience of the divine, every time I know I'm with the divine, I get this feeling of just effervescent joy, over the top love and excitement and delight and wonder and enthusiasm, appreciation, gratitude, deep, deep wells of love. And it's unlike anything I've ever experienced in any other way in my life. That is the divine for me. And anything that's playful and silly and fun and opens you up to new possibilities, that's when you're most in alignment with the divine. That's when you're letting the divine work through you with grace and ease. So I invite you to hire the heavens. Pick something that's happening in your life where you'd really like some support. Let me give you a couple of examples, because I recently went on vacation and I hired the heavens for the trip each way, and different experiences happened. So on the way there, we took a red eye and everything had to line up just right, rendezvousing with other people. And we were all in the same rental car, and we had to get a rental car that hadn't been cleaned because my sister-in-law is highly allergic to artificial scents that are used in cleaners. So everything had to work out just right. And it did. It was perfect. The angels absolutely performed top notch. So happy and so grateful for them. Well, then I hired the heavens and I said, okay, I want a sign. I want to see that I'm on the right track with what I'm doing, with my podcast, with my business, with everything that I'm working on. So please give me a sign. We went to visit some family members, and my husband's aunt Laura has an antique shop next to her home. And we had a ton of fun checking out different things that she had for sale. And she'd just gotten back from an auction. And she said, check out this cool thing that I just got at the auction. And lo and behold, it was a Maxfield Parrish print. Now, if you're not familiar with Maxfield Parrish, he was an artist that was very popular in the 1920s. And he did some incredible, incredible paintings and sold prints that are from those paintings. And they have beautiful frames around them, vintage frames. And I love Maxfield Parrish prints. In fact, I have several that I've collected over the years. And I knew that was my sign. That was the acknowledgement. That was the recognition. Yes, this is exactly the right track for you. And I was just blown away that that was how the divine was able to speak to me. And the angels just really came through big time. So exciting. And even better, Aunt Laura gave me the Maxfield Parrish print. I'm so honored and so blown away that she was that generous, because it meant so much to me. It was enough just to see it, but then to get to have it in my home, that's really a huge blessing. And I'm very grateful. Well, I hired the heavens for everything we did. I hired the heavens for getting together with people. I hired the heavens for our trip home. And I emphasized safety. I really, really, really wanted safety on the way home. So my husband and I were up at 5 a.m. East Coast time to get to the airport to catch our early morning flight. And we boarded the plane, and I was all about the safety. And I'm telling the angels, I want safety. Make sure that we're nice and safe on our way home. Well, one of the engines on the plane was leaking something, and they weren't sure what it was. So they made everybody get off the plane again. And at that point, we were getting a little worried that we weren't going to make our connection. So we waited really patiently, sending love and blessings to everybody involved. And they found a really great flight for us to take. The only problem was it was 5 hours later. So we got to hang out in the airport for 5 hours before our flight took off. That's okay. I wanted safety. The angels were helping me out with safety, and everything worked perfectly. In fact, our luggage got there before we did. So maybe we could have taken those original flights and everything could have worked out great. But you know what? The angels gave us some wiggle room, and we decided to go with safety. And that's exactly what we got. So I invite you to play with me and hire the heavens for everything. There are so many angels out there that are so talented, and they love playing with you. So the more you invite them to support you and help you with everything in your life, whether it's business or personal, if you're trying to meet new clients, if you're trying to make some improvements on your house, if you want to come up with some great romantic ideas for your partner, if you need some great gifts for people, it doesn't matter what you're working on. The angels are there to help you. So let's take a minute to activate abundance. 5 steps. We're going to start by celebrating in advance. You've got celestial help. It's not all on you. You get to play with the divine, and they get such a huge kick out of it. They absolutely love helping you, and in unique, unusual ways that you could never anticipate, which makes it really fun. It's almost like hearing a joke and you don't anticipate the punchline, and then you get the punchline. You're like, oh my gosh, that's so funny, right? You never would have gotten it. So how cool is that? Celebrate in advance. You've got all these great angels helping you. Second thing, acknowledge what you need help with. Be really open and straightforward. Hire them just like you're hiring somebody on the payroll. They work inexpensively. They work for thank yous. You have to acknowledge what they're doing that's making a difference for you. Say thank you, and then invite them to play some more. Sounds a lot like activating abundance, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what we're doing. So acknowledge what you need help with. Appreciate the things that are showing up for you that are making a difference, because you're making progress towards your goals, and appreciate all the fun things that are showing up in your life thanks to your help from the angels that you've hired. It's great. Now activate abundance by making sure you keep track of the different jobs you've assigned. It's really easy to lose track of the fact that you hired a travel agent, you hired a concierge, you hired someone to help you with a rental car to make sure that it was easy. Make sure you keep track of the different angels that you hire so that you can acknowledge and appreciate them out loud and say thank you. It's really important to keep that energy loop going. So that's how you can activate it, by writing it down. And the angels are always listening to you. So if you want to talk to them in your head, that's okay. It's more powerful if you say it out loud, but you can also write down what you need from the angels and acknowledge them in writing. They love your acknowledgement and they really, really appreciate it. And then step 5, celebrate all the great things that are happening for you because you're making incredible progress. You're in partnership with the divine and you're having a blast. How can it get even better than this? I don't know, but let's find out. I would love to hear from you and all the great things that are happening for you. This is Elaine Starling, the Abundance Ambassador. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you next time for The Abundance Journey. Watch my TED Talk, Abundance is a Choice. You can visit theabundancejourney.com to find the link and discover how you can receive a special gift. You are a blessing and you are blessed.